One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Wake your ass up, fool. John Jay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John Jay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John Jay and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
John Jay and Rich, you can call us right now and jump on the air with us. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. Call right now. You can also text us. Text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. But you got to put JJR in front of it because somewhere, I guess we don't get it. So JJR and then whatever you want to say to 96893. So we had our iHeartRadio, iHeartMedia holiday party last night. Fun. Peyton brought her dad.
Yeah. That was a hoot.
He is so much energy. He's such a bundle of love, that guy.
His outfit did not disappoint.
Right?
Yeah.
I call that.
So good. You did.
Did. Yeah, once I saw the shirt because he was wearing, what was the movie?
Christmas Vacation, the Griswolds.
Yeah, so he was wearing that shirt. And he had his black Santa socks on, which is amazing. And then he pulled out this giant fur coat and this hat. And I was like, what are you wearing? I'm like, okay, the Christmas shirt, that's on brand, right? But the fur jacket, are we serious right now?
He looked like he was an evil James Bond villain from Russia.
Yeah, the hat was awesome. The fur hat was killer.
Yeah.
And I thought you looked great. I love Peyton's outfit.
Yeah.
And she's so photogenic. We take pictures. She's so photogenic.
True.
So I'm not going to say who said this. And one of the reasons I'm not going to tell you who said this is because I don't think I know their name. But they work here. And I was sitting there trying to schmooze, walking around saying hi to people. And Peyton's dad was farther away, like, because Kyle and Peyton's dad were gambling at a roulette table. And I was sitting there talking to this person. And Peyton's dad starts walking towards me. And this person was not trying to be funny. And they go, "Oh my God, Al Roker's here?"
Who is that?
And I go, "What?" She says, "Al Roker's here. Why wouldn't we make a big deal about Al Roker?" I go, "That's not Al Roker. That's Peyton's dad."
Oh my gosh.
And then she went,
Peyton's dad actually made a splash because apparently somebody else was like chatting with him and asked him like, "So what do you do here?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't work here. I'm Peyton's dad." And they're like sugar daddy?
"What?"
And he was like her dad. Like her actual dad.
Sugar daddy.
Like, are you kidding me?
No, he's got to come to everything. He's the talk of the town. That place was really cool, too. The Deuce, I love that bar. That
was
is
cool.
It was really a cool setup.
Yeah, that place is fun.
So you guys, Peyton and Kyle, were gambling, playing roulette, playing with the whatever chips they give you, right? And they're screaming and yelling. And I tried to follow along with some stuff going. They got so excited because I was like, "What do you get? What do you with all this fake money?" And Kyle's like, "The excitement you get over certain things. You should look at these tickets we got. Got to fill them out. Then what? Do you have to be present to win?" Like, you got. I mean, so
You
what happened?
gambled for tickets, and then on the stage they had an array of prizes, and each prize had a little bucket next to it that you could put your ticket in, and they were going to do like a raffle drawing. We didn't know when.
Had no idea.
It kept getting pushed back, quite honestly.
Okay, that raffle was rigged because Kyle and
Rigged.
we did our poker early enough. What were we playing? Roulette. We got our tickets, and then they kept pushing it back because nobody else was gambling. The cutoff time was 6:45. If you don't have your tickets by 6:45, then that's your fault.
They were supposed to do the drawing at like 7. They ended up doing the drawing at 9.
There's no way you were there at 9.
Yes.
We stayed.
You stayed
Yes,
till 9?
Peyton and I stayed.
Because when I left, I looked around and I thought you had left already.
No.
What? Boy, you wanted that crock
She
pot.
was deep in the
That
gambling.
is so
It wasn't
nuts
the
that you
crock
stayed
pot.
for a stupid
It
prize.
was the air fryer
And she
the
won.
s'mores machine, and I actually won the air fryer.
Come on.
If you thought we were going crazy at the poker table, you should have seen us when Kyle won that 8-quart air fryer.
Did you film it?
Yes.
Oh, good.
It serves 8 people.
That's a big air fryer.
It's a huge air fryer.
Like Like, what do I do? Call out the number or just call out her name? And
We'll
then,
call out her name.
Yeah, because I put my name on the ticket. Some
so I
people
call out
didn't
the
put
name,
their name.
and you go nuts.
Yes.
I
Okay,
was like,
please post that on our Instagram, like on the feed. Post that on the feed.
8 courts, 8 people.
I was genuinely, you would have thought that I just won a car. Like, it was a very exciting
Did you win
moment for
anything?
me.
No, I put all my tickets in for the catamaran and I didn't win. And then I started offering everyone. I was like, I will pay you for that 2-night stay at the catamaran. Nobody
Yeah.
wanted to give it up.
The 2-night stay at the catamaran was the most popular.
It was.
People put most of their tickets into that one. So I think that's why I had a better chance of
But that's
winning the air
2
fryer.
nights. And air fryers forever, Kyle.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Do you not have an air fryer?
No, I do, but it's really little and it's really frustrating trying to like make dinner for me and Scott because it's like barely fits one piece of chicken. So like I really, really wanted a new air fryer for a long time.
Good, so
Because
now,
I use it all the time.
now instead of every couple weeks finding one piece of chicken in there, that's been there for a while, you're going to find 8 pieces of chicken.
Exactly. Surprise.
Exactly.
You
So
never
I'm
know.
very excited.
Congratulations,
All right,
Kyle.
so I'm very excited to see this video of Kyle winning this air fryer. So Peyton will put it up on our Instagram at John Jay and Rich on the feed shortly. Kyle, what's coming up with 3 things you need to know?
Party's over for one company. I'll tell you which huge store may file for bankruptcy next with John Jay and Rich.
Here we go. I wake up with them. Get up. John Jay and Rich.
Kyle, what are 3 things we need to know?
Elon Musk has become the first person to reach a net worth of $400 billion.
Jeez, man.
That is a lot of money. You could enter that upper echelon, not quite Elon Musk level tomorrow. The Mega Millions jackpot is now up to $670 million.
Let's go. It's time.
And it being a Friday the 13th drawing, the 13th just now may become your most luckiest day ever.
I feel like they've waited because they know that we didn't buy our tickets. Now we go get them and
Exactly.
we're good.
They were just giving us time.
Congratulations.
That would be a one-time payout of $317.8 million, just in case you're curious. This actually made me really, really sad because if you guys remember, last year, Party City filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And they said, pandemic, the helium shortages, it was just business was not going well. They just sort of recovered from that. And now they say they are considering filing for bankruptcy and doing mass closures of a lot of their 850 stores throughout the country. I love Party City. I go to Party City all the time for balloons and party supplies. Maybe not all the time, but anytime there's a party, I'm at Party City.
sure.
So this would be a big blow. So hopefully they can get their stuff together and feel like business is booming again for them. Now, there has been speculation and cries to the NFL to part ways with their Jay-Z partnership after a lawsuit was filed over the weekend accusing him of sexual assault. However, the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, was asked about it, and he said, listen, we are aware of the civil allegations. I get it. The response is very strong to that. But for now, our standpoint is our relationship is not changing with Rock Nation, including our preparations for the next Super Bowl. So for now, they're staying the same, sticking with Jay-Z, and that's 3 things you need to know.
Kyle, are you doing the elf on the shelf with your kids?
Yes.
And-
we have an elf. Her name is Snowflake. She actually just delivered some letters from Santa this morning.
Does she
So-
spy on your kids? Isn't that the whole thing?
Heck
with
yeah, she spies on the kids.
Hey, wake up, sleepyhead! I'm over here. No, over this way. I'm the elf on the shelf. The elf on the shelf. The elf on the shelf, sent by Santa to scout you out. The elf on the shelf. The elf on the shelf. The elf on the shelf, please don't make me rat you out. I wanna warn you that I am watching, and I can hear when you are talking. I saw you throwing your Legos, so you better pick them up.
Cute.
So
Yeah.
Cute.
And threatening.
All right, we're getting set for Peyton's predictions. What's the vibe, Peyton?
Billie Eilish is going to be at the Desert Diamond Arena tomorrow. So I'm going to tell you which Billie Eilish song matches your vibe.
877-937-1047. Hey, Rick.
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing?
Good. What's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
Okay, so for Aries, the Billie Eilish song for you is Bad Guy.
I'm that bad type, make
So good. Hey.
You got your daughter with you too?
Scarlett, she's a Pisces like Mr. Rich.
Yes. Okay, so Rich and Scarlett. For Pisces, the song for you, one of my favorites, Ocean Eyes. We saw this coming.
Because of the water.
So good.
It's because your eyes are brown, dark brown. So it's kind of a polluted ocean.
Oh my goodness. Billie Eilish wrote that song when she was like 13 or 14 years old when she originally performed that. But it fits your vibes, Rich, because you and Scarlett are probably in your feels 24/7. And this is just a deep, emotional song. Perfect for you just staring out the window dramatically.
Every day, Scarlett's an emotional wreck.
No, she just cares more. She cares more.
And more deeply.
All right, Rick, drive safe.
It's only in 7th grade, man. So.
Thanks for calling in, dude. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, bye.
Abby, what's your sign? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm an Aquarius.
Okay, Aquarius, the song for you is Wildflower. I know. This is my favorite on her new album.
It's a good one.
Here she goes. Woo! So good.
This song
Cut it
is
off right at the best part.
It's so sad, this song.
It is, but it's a
Mostly
good
because it's about the
song.
restaurant that closed down by my house.
Stop it. Actually, yeah. but Aquarius, you guys are like a wildflower. You guys just grow wherever you want unapologetically. So this song matches your free-spirited and unpredictable energy.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Abby. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Christina, good morning. What's your sign? Christina.
Oh, hey, good morning.
Hi.
Sagittarius.
Okay, Sagittarius, the Billie Eilish song for you is Bellyache. Such a throwback, such a good song. Sagittarius, you guys are adventurous and you often act before even thinking, which sometimes gets you into trouble. So this song, it's a little rebellious, but it's a reflective vibe, and it's kind of your anthem.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Of course.
Hi, Christina. Thank you. What about for Libras?
Yeah, Libra, Kyle, the song for you is My Future.
I'm in love with my future. Can't wait to meet her.
Yeah, this song gives self-care queen energy, and that's you guys. So this song right here, if my Libras are playing it, put it on and remember to focus on you. You come first today.
Okay.
How about for Virgos?
Yeah, John Jay, for you, the song of yours, that's Billie Eilish, is Bury a Friend.
Good.
That's nice.
Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care?
Is that because all of his friends are kicking the bucket?
Basically, no. But it's just, it kind of gives like a little bit of a dark vibe, and it kind of shows your constant overthinking that you Virgos have. You guys are all about figuring things out, even when things are creepy and you won't say them out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was Bury Several Friends. Was the name of the song.
No, just one friend.
What about for you for Leos?
Well, Leos, I feel like this is a shoe, and our song is You Should See Me in a Crown.
You should see me in a crown. I'm gonna run, there's nothing to how. Watch me make them bow. One by one.
Damn good song.
It's so good. And she's literally like, I'm going to run this town. And if that isn't Leo energy vibes through and through, I don't know what is.
Remember the last time we went to go see Billie Eilish? That was my favorite song of that whole concert.
I mean, because
it's loud.
And
It was
it's
cool.
electric. It's so
Yeah.
good. And I'm so salty. I'm so salty. I want to be there tomorrow. Let's go.
If we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website right now, JohnJayandRich.com. It's John Jay and Rich. Good morning, Lorraine. Thank you for holding.
I swear my dating life is like a joke at this point. Like, first, I went on a date with this guy who brought his mom to our first date. His mom. And then, like a week later, there was this dude who spent the entire dinner talking about his crypto losses like I was his therapist. Oh, my God. And I could never forget Mr. I don't believe in paying for dates because capitalism is a scam. Like, seriously, I have tried being open-minded, but I literally went on a date with this guy who asked me if I had allergies mid-bite into a peanut butter dessert. And yes, I am allergic to peanuts. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you're not having a good run.
That's terrible.
No.
Unfortunate.
And get this. There was this guy that I went on a date with who showed up 45 minutes late because he forgot he had a date. There's this dude I went on a date with who insisted on splitting the check down to the exact penny, and he ordered 2 appetizers and a steak while I got a salad. Oh, my God. And there's this one guy who spent the entire night talking about his ex, like ex's favorite color, her dog's name, her birthday. At the end, I was literally like, am I on a date with you or the ghost of your ex?
Oh, my God. Ew, bye.
There's so many things to unpack with your story. You remind me of that. Remember we talked to that woman for a while that was like trying to date her therapist's son and get dating updates. Now she's happy in a relationship.
Yeah.
You got to keep calling in, Lorraine, and we'll just check in with you until you find somebody that works out.
Just a question, though. Are you getting all these guys from the same dating app? Because I would say maybe stop using
I
that.
was thinking the same thing.
You know, I swap between a few.
Wow. How do you
Bad luck.
How do you get so many extreme bad ones, though, in a row?
I just feel like that's a sign that you need to not date right now. Like, just focus on yourself, Lorraine. You don't need a man.
Oh, my God. I'm really like, is it me at this point? Like, do I attract these kinds of people? There was this guy that I went on a date with who didn't own a car because he thought walking builds character and made me walk home like 3 miles in heels after the date. Like, this is real. I cannot make this up.
Did he walk home with you?
He walked like halfway.
Oh, so then get an Uber.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know, the thing about the one guy you said he was 45 minutes late. Like, I think at some point you got to have boundaries where you're like, it's been 15 minutes. I'm out of here. Like, why'd you wait 45 minutes?
If I was a braver woman, I would have just gotten up and left, but no.
Well, at this point, she's probably morbidly curious about how it's going to go sideways beyond that. So maybe she's
Truly, I'm just waiting.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about you, and maybe someone's listening who is like, she's perfect for me.
Okay. Well, I love movies. I have 2 dogs. You know, I really am just a normal, nice person. Like, I'm funny. I've got friends. I love to go out. I don't know how I keep ending up in these situations.
What's your favorite movie, since you said you love movies?
Fight Club.
Oh, interesting.
See, I'm dimensional.
Wow.
We like you.
Wow, Fight Club. Well, thank you, Lorraine.
Yeah.
We'll keep your number on file. And when people start calling
All right,
up to meet
thank
you, and
you.
also the next time you go on a date, give us a review the next day.
Oh, I will.
All right. Have a great day, Lorraine. Thank you.
You too.
Want to talk or throw some shade?
Oh, yeah. Call John Jay and Rich, 877-937-1047.
It's time for Stacks and Hacks. I go over stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. Guy in Utah bought a used car Monday. Then went back to the dealership the same day and accused them of selling him a lemon. When he didn't get the refund he wanted, he drove it straight through their front door.
Did you see the video?
Yes, this is the
Wild.
moment of the crash. Then it's the manager of the dealership talking about it. Then the guy that crashed the car talking about it. They're very calm, I think.
Whoa! Call the cops! Is anybody under the car? No.
It was kind of a very, very scary situation. Several hours later, he came back and he was very emotional. He said, listen, if you don't give me my money back right now, I'm going to run this car right through the front door.
I was just really angry. I was upset about my money. I kind of blacked out for a second. You know, I know I probably shouldn't have done it, but I guess I just hit a breaking point.
I know I should have just drove through this building.
He got calm fast after that.
He could have killed somebody.
Yeah.
The green jacket that the United Healthcare CEO killer was wearing, it's a $225 Sherpa-lined hooded jacket from Levi's, is supposedly flying off the shelves right now. Everybody wants it, and I think I have it already.
Oh, wow.
I know.
You're so on top of things, JOHNJAY.
I know. Did you see, now the guy's name is Luigi, right?
Yep.
Did you see when he was being transported to the cops, what happened? Someone yelled in the background? Like when you think of Luigi, Mario, Luigi, listen to this.
What's happening, Luigi? What's going on, Luigi? Luigi, it's me, Mario. Me, Mario. Luigi, it's me, man.
It's me, Mario.
So childish. But, like, how do you prevent yourself? How do you hold that back?
It's tough.
In a new poll, 14% of people say they have successfully crashed a party or event without the host's permission. 9% say they successfully crashed a holiday party. You know the movie Wedding Crashers? I have this friend of mine. He's very, very successful friend. He'll be at a bar drinking with his wife or with some buddies and at a hotel, or they'll be like, hey, let's go let's go crash this wedding. And they just go in and they start eating. He said they've only been kicked out a couple times.
Oh, my
Isn't
God.
that crazy?
Yeah.
He said before he was married, he took a girl on a date and they met at the hotel and then they went to crash a wedding.
No way.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Wow, just like the movie.
I know, it's so crazy. But, like, I think when you get kicked out, that's the part that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
He said he crashed. He was a friend of his who was a CEO, and they went to go crash a party. And the CEO was like, "This party is someone who works for me, so it's to be kind of weird." But they went anyway, and then the guy recognized his boss in the pictures.
So
You were at my wedding? Grubhub is releasing now the end of the year stats. Chicken was included in nearly 40% of Grubhub restaurant orders. Grubhub delivered over 1 ton of cottage cheese to customers. That's more than 2,000 pounds of cottage cheese.
Who's
That's
eating
weird.
that much cottage cheese?
Yeah, and then from a restaurant, too, right? Because Grubhub's mostly restaurants.
Grubhub espresso orders spiked the week of June 22nd, right as the song Espresso topped the charts.
Ah.
There was a 14% increase in orders for pickles. And guess what was the number one most ordered soda? Peyton?
Dr. Pepper.
Yes, Dr.
Yes.
Pepper.
That's what I'm talking about. Come through.
USA Today says this song is the worst song of Christmas songs of all time. What do you think it is? Anyone? Guess Christmas song.
Frosty the Snowman.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Blue Christmas.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. Jingle bells.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth.
Those, the Christmas shoes song. That's very sad. Yeah, sure.
How dare they?
Our choices were much worse than this.
Christmas shoes is number 3. Grandma got run over reindeer is number 2, and Chipmunks number 1.
Like Alvin and the Chipmunks, though, like that is like such a good Christmas song and movie.
cute.
You know, it came out in 1958. Is when that song came out.
No way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I thought that it was an Alvin and the Chipmunks,
Yeah.
like the animated movie with the, and then
Well,
there's the Chipettes.
they did bring it back, and then there's the movie Chipwrecked, which was also amazing.
That
they-
song was made when?
1958.
It has stood the test of time.
They brought it back.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
Everybody's got something going on. Everybody's hurting. And I know. I've talked to Kyle about this. You don't like to take like just medicine for things. You like natural
If I can
cures.
do a natural cure, I will try that first.
So we've talked about beyond caffeine. If you want to stay awake, an apple is much more effective. And we've talked about before pineapple juice. The bromamine, I think I'm saying that right, in pineapple juice is 500% more effective than cough syrup to clear up infections. So check this out. If you have a headache, 2 Gatorades knock it out faster than taking any sort of pill with no drug side effects. If you don't have Gatorades, just grape juice alone will knock out a headache. And if you have a sore throat, eat some cucumbers because it'll actually soothe and cool and coat the area. Try those life hacks out. If you're feeling a little bit of something, those life hacks can be found at johnjayandrich.com.
Live from the John Jay and Rich Peoria Ford Studios.
Anywhere you are on iHeartRadio.
It's John Jay and Rich. Our phone number 877-937-1047. The text number, you text JJR. You have to put JJR. And then whatever's on your mind, whatever you want to say, to 96893. John Jay and Rich, listening to the podcast from today. Remember, we brought up, I was talking about Clear and TSA PreCheck, and Rich was talking about global entry. This person says, global entry is for bypassing immigration customs line for when you come back from an international trip. PreCheck is great within most airports in America to get through security faster. Clear is great, but isn't offered at many airports. And there's a package deal for global entry, PreCheck, and it's good for 5 years. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Something totally random, but I have to say, because it's not, I can't move on until I say this. So, like, I'm obsessed with a couple things. Like, one is I clean my ears. I always have to clean my ears, and I always like make sure my fingernails, my toenails are clipped pretty low. I don't like long toenails or fingernails. And I don't know what's happened. How I think I've let my right big toenail maybe grow a little bit longer, because every time I walk, it like clips the top of my shoe. And it's not that long, but for some reason it might have just got that length. Where now it's like I walk and I hear it click. Never
Gross.
click. I know. It's like it goes my sock. It goes like this. My sock and part of the top of my shoe. Click.
Oh no.
Click. It's like it drives me nuts.
How often do you maintain them on an average?
I clip them all the time. Like I'm up to the point of where it's almost obsessed.
Huh?
Like I don't know how
it got away.
It wasn't like this yesterday. So and I didn't clip them today, but it must have been from yesterday to today. Whatever nail growth. It just took that
Must
little.
have gone wild growing.
What if the stem cells you're taking just gives your big toe on that 1 foot the extra growth, and that's what the stem cells do?
Well, one of the things stem cells they do make your hair and your nails grow.
Right, like your skin
Well, there you
looks
go.
so good.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not doing them every day. You did it 6 months ago, and then
It's finally kicking in with that one toe.
Anyway, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, my arms. Okay, so I have this friend. We've talked about her many times. Her name is Jamie Comstock. I remember the day that I told Kyle, I kept telling Kyle, you need to go to this place to go get Botox and do whatever, right? And her company is called the Comstock. She has all kinds of different anti-aging things that pop up in her new company, right? And every time she gets a new machine or something, she'll say, hey, I got this new machine. I'm kind of like the test guinea pig. And I've tried a couple of these things where I've posted videos of like, you put these do big things on your butt cheeks and it shocks your butt cheeks and it's supposed to help your butt get stronger and bigger. And then she got this newer machine and she did my quads and my abs and it's supposed to make you get stronger and whatever, right? And I did like 5 or 6 sessions. And it felt like it worked because my abs hurt a lot, right? So, but I am also like, I've lost some weight. I lost weight, gained weight. So I got like skin that's a little stretchy. So I don't think if I did have abs, if they're there, they're not noticeable and I'm blaming it on the skin.
Right, okay.
But that's so stated. She called me the other day and said she got this new thing in that works out your arms. So you don't have to do an arm workout. And I've always wanted, I like those guys that when they wear a t-shirt, you can see their bicep looks cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't have that. I don't have any definition, if you will.
Okay.
So yesterday, so I go to her place and I'm just, she's my friend. So yeah, I'll do your little machine. And they put these things on my arm, these electrodes. And I put a video up on my stories. She did my abs and my arms yesterday. And I am so sore right now.
Really?
It feels like I did the biggest bicep workout of my entire life.
That's wild.
Like, it's crazy the amount of pain. It's not a different sore. It's not different. It's like it feels exactly like a massive arm workout would feel.
And you were just sitting there.
I was just sitting there. 30
You were
minutes.
lifting while...
I could barely pick up my phone because it would vibrate.
Right. So were you sweating in the same way that you would be sweating if you were doing a bicep?
I was having a normal conversation with people in the room.
Really?
Yeah, but it would just vibrate a little bit.
And it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt during.
It didn't hurt. I mean, it didn't hurt, but it was like a massage on my arms. But right now, I feel like I literally just worked out both my arms.
All right, let's
My abs
see
feel okay.
you in a t-shirt in a couple of days. Let's see what's happening.
I wonder if it'd be cool if it's like 5 sessions because I'm sure there's no results right away.
Right.
It's like I wouldn't
It takes time to build the muscle.
Like if I did a crazy arm workout right now, I don't think. Right?
Are you going to do like 5 or 6 sessions?
I don't know. I didn't follow up. I just left.
You should.
So I wonder what it stimulates the muscle like lifting without the lifting is what you're saying.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
I know. That's what I'm saying. There's no they always say working out, there's no shortcuts. Oh, I think there is now.
Technology.
Yeah.
Now you can say there's some shortcuts. There is some.
Yeah. Yesterday, Cal was telling the story about being at the dentist, right? And your conspiracy.
Yep.
Which you think is they told you have a cavity. You've gone twice.
And I don't think I do.
Okay. Josie sent the text. Josie, good morning. Josie.
Yes.
Hi, you're on the air.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi.
What was your text
So
about?
I texted about, I recently had the same experience. So back in February, I went to get my normal cleaning. They told me I had 3 small cavities. I don't like dental work so much, so I kind of put it off. And they kept calling me like, are you going to schedule? Are you going to schedule? I said no. It came to a point where I needed to get another cleaning done, and I couldn't get in with that place, so I got in with another place. Not a single cavity.
Oh.
See what I'm saying, gang? It happens.
Check that out.
It happens.
Wow.
Yeah, so not a single cavity. They were pushing for dental work, and the place that was pushing for it, they're booked out till May, so I have a feeling that they keep doing this. because they tell people they need work and then they get booked up. And so that's why I had to go to another place, and I'm glad I got a second opinion. So I think Kyle should go get a second opinion.
I probably should. Honestly, I think I've told you guys this before, but the first place that I ever took my daughter to was a children's dentist, and he had told me she had 7 cavities, wanted to put her under anesthesia to fix them. And I was like, nothing seems to be bothering her. And I got a second opinion at my dentist, and he said the same thing, 0 cavities. I'm like, so these people would have put my kid under anesthesia to fill cavities that weren't even there.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
So now you question your dentist.
So now I question everybody.
What?
100%.
I wonder if dentists get paid extra money for doing cavity work.
I'm
or
sure,
something.
right?
Yeah.
It's probably cheap
Well,
for
I'm
them.
sure because they charge your insurance, and my insurance still wouldn't have covered everything. I would have been out of pocket a few hundred still.
I bet you my dentist will look at you for free just to follow up, just to see if you have a cavity or not. You know what I mean?
It's funny that you
It
mentioned
wouldn't
this.
hurt just to get a
But it would hurt if you have a cavity.
But it doesn't hurt. That's the thing.
Have you guys done the x-rays lately in the last, couple of years or whatever for your teeth?
Yeah, I just got one.
So, do you know they don't use the leather vest anymore? And do you
Yeah.
know why?
Why?
Because they said it didn't work. Radiation bounces around underneath it.
Leather vest.
Mine still uses that big heavy vest.
Lead vest.
Oh, they
Did
still
I say leather? I meant to say lead.
Oh.
Lead vest, because they say the radiation they found bounces around underneath it, doesn't protect you at all.
I don't
They
know if
did
I
me the
noticed
last
that.
time, I think.
Right.
Yeah, they still leave the room.
Yeah.
I did it yesterday. They didn't leave the room. They just,
You went to the dentist yesterday, too?
I went yesterday. No cavities, by the way.
I have
good
one
for
that
you.
I need a filling for. I definitely need the filling.
Oh, you can feel it. You know it's there.
Yeah.
Josie, thanks for calling in, and thank you so much for listening.
Yep. Thank you. Have a great day.
Got it. Wow, so maybe Peyton has your cavity.
Yeah.
Maybe I
passed
do
it
have a
over to
cavity.
me.
I probably do. Like, I don't think that my dentist is shady like that at all. But at the same time, like, I'm on like TikTok conspiracy of all the
Totally.
things about all that stuff. And I've had that experience before with my daughter. So,
Right.
but not at this dentist, at the other one. So we'll see.
I read this thing about, I think it was the headline, I can't remember, something about happiness and how to have happiness or something like that. And one of the things it says to do is to not do what you just said. TikTok, scrolling on TikTok, or because you get caught up in stuff.
The wormhole.
And now you don't believe the professionals in your life. You know, a guy who's been your dentist for a while, who should have credibility because he saved your daughter. So if he tells you have a cavity.
Well, it's the same practice. This particular dentist, this was the first time I've seen this particular dentist.
Oh, what if
So
he
I
came
think
from
that's why.
He came from the place that told you that he had 7 cavities.
Maybe, I don't know.
You're right to question everything.
I do. Just question everything. It's okay.
Oh my God, you guys, the phones are going crazy with dentist stories. Gus, you're on the air. Good morning.
Hey, John Jay, it's Gus. How you doing?
Hey, Gus.
So I'm a barber. I used to work at a shop that was right next to a dentist, and one of the assistants was my client. And one day he comes in and he says he got a job somewhere else, and he said that he quit this place. I asked him why, and he said his conscience was bothering him because the doctor constantly was telling people that they needed work that they didn't need.
Wow.
That's terrible.
What if, is there a barber shop next to your dentist's office?
There is not.
Well, that seems like a convenient strip mall. Just saying.
All right, Gus, thanks, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Dang it. Now it's like, well, I totally love my dentist. I
Welcome
believe
to
it
the
all.
rabbit hole, sir. You are down in it now with us,
See,
Jack.
I feel that's the way it is with orthopedic surgeons, that they always want to operate.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. And then you
can
find
do
out
PT.
you find out with orthopedic surgeons that most of them own the surgery center that you go get operated on. And they get paid. So it's kind of like with Dutch, she might have to have surgery pretty soon. But we've had 3 opinions. And all 3 of them are in on it. All right, we got you ready for War of the Roses. We got Steph on the line. Steph, give us a little taste of what's going on with you.
I think my husband doesn't want to take me to his holiday party at work because he's sleeping with someone there.
Okay. Woo. All right. Well, we're going to help you find out. We got War of the Roses next with John, Jay, and Rich.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
I am the land spy. I'm Roman.
Not only do you need to know if they're cheating, you deserve to know the truth. War of the Roses, right now with John, Jay, and Rich.
John, Jay, and Rich, it's time for War of the Roses. Steph thinks somebody's cheating on her. Hi, Steph. Is it your boyfriend? Is it your husband? Who are we talking about?
It's my husband. It's weird. He didn't invite me to his company's holiday party this year, but I'm always invited. Like, he takes me every single year, even when we weren't married and we were just dating. And it's like, it's a big deal for us. You know what I mean? Like, getting dressed up and going and seeing his coworkers. We don't, like, go out often. And he's pretty high up in the company. So it's like, it's important that, like, the wife of this guy goes, you know what I mean? And to be able to meet and greet everyone. And when I asked him about it, he just sort of, like, shrugged and said it was going to be very low-key this year and nothing, you know, worth bothering me over. But something, I don't know, something about his tone, I guess, didn't really sit right with me. Like, there's over 1,000 people who work at this office. Like, you can't keep a party like that low-key. That's weird. And he's been acting strange, I feel like, I don't know, distracted or, like, distant. And I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to this than just a holiday party that I'm not invited to.
Okay. So real quick, though, like, I know that when, like, you know, when you submit your letter or your email about doing War of the Roses and you tell us your story and then Nick and Peyton go over it and then they call you and they probably tell you when John Jay picks up, start right away. But I had a pause there. I go, Steph's on the line. You know, Steph probably thinks it was cheating, right? And then he'd be like, it's my boyfriend. It's my husband. Then I'd be like, what we're going to do is, so you didn't let me get to that part. So what we're going to do is hear her story, right? And then see if he's cheating by calling him and offering him a dozen red roses and see who he sends them to. Do you guys follow me? Just in case someone new is listening to War of the Roses.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So, Steph, what's your story?
Oh, my gosh, no. Steph needs answers, and she needs them now.
Oh, you guys followed along?
Yeah.
I was listening, so I was like, hey, wait. I was just pausing for a second.
So do you think it's somebody...
One-track mind.
Steph, do you think it's somebody at work that he's trying to pretend to be single around?
Or maybe it's a work girlfriend and, like, doesn't really know about the wife yet. And so, got to keep
you think that way? You think you're a big wig at the company and they don't know you're married?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think you're a big wig at the company and you probably got a couple. If there's 1,000 people there, he probably got something going on with somebody.
Has to.
Tells the wife,
Yeah.
we're not having a Christmas
and I think they know that he's married. For sure. They know.
Which makes it that much worse.
That is so annoying and makes you want to go so much more. What if you just crashed it? Like, what if you went anyway?
We'll go with you. That sounds like fun.
My super spy mode? That would be amazing.
I was in the bathroom earlier today and our Christmas party was last night. And someone goes, hey, how long did you stay at the Christmas party? You know, I had a great time. I stayed. I was chill.
Sure.
But there was a time where I was trying to get in and out, and I timed it one time 39 seconds. I walked in, I walked through, said hi to the couple of the bigwigs, and slid right out. No one even knew. But anyway, all right, so we're going to call your husband, and you're thinking he's going to send some flowers to a coworker?
I mean, I hope he sends them to me, but I'm getting a little nervous.
But then again, if you are serious with somebody at work and you can get free flowers that are untraceable, why wouldn't you send them to the girl you're...
It's the perfect trap that we're laying down for this guy.
What's your husband's name?
Daniel.
Okay, we're going to call Daniel. We're going to see who he sends the flowers to. Are you ready, Kyle and Fug?
I'm ready.
Now, Steph, are you prepared for this?
I mean, definitely, for sure. I need to know.
Okay, hold on the line. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to call Daniel and see who he sends the flowers to. War of the Roses continues next with John, Jay, and Rich. John, Jay, and Rich. We got Steph on the line. She thinks her husband Daniel's cheating because she has kind of been uninvited to the Christmas party. Or what do you say? They're not having a Christmas party?
It was low key.
Yeah, 1,000 people company, and it's low key, so she thinks something's up.
Mm-hmm.
How long you guys been married, Steph?
We've been married 3 years, but we've been together for 5.
All right. Well, Kyle, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Let's go, Steph. You stay quiet until we find out stuff.
Hello?
Hi, is Daniel available?
Who's this?
Hi, is this Daniel?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I can only give this offer to you. It's kind of your lucky day. My name is Elle. I'm with a new company. We're called J&R Flowers, and you've been chosen to be a micro-influencer for us. So, Daniel, what this means for you is you get to send our most romantic bouquet of roses. We call it our pure passion bouquet. And you get to send it totally free to anybody you'd like. And all we ask in return is that you share J&R Flowers on whichever social media platform you use the most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is kind of crazy. All right. Yeah, you don't need anything else from me, right?
I don't need any credit card information or anything like that. We are going to send the roses out with like a beautiful card. And I would say this is your chance to personalize it. So I would just need the message that you want to write on that card. And then we can actually talk name and address and get them sent out today.
Okay. How about, can't wait to see you this weekend.
Can't wait to see you this weekend. Perfect. Do you want like a love, Daniel? What sort of salutation?
It's all right. That's good.
Love, Daniel. Okay. Who do you want me to address this to?
Lisa?
I knew it. I knew you were up to something. So, wait. Ooh, so Lisa's flying in to be your date? To be your date for the company party that I've been to? Do you think that's going to be, like, just a little bit suspicious, Daniel?
What is this?
Hello?
Steph? What?
Daniel.
What's going on?
Daniel, I will tell you what's going on. This is John Jay and Rich radio program. You're on our radio show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just for reference, you guys, Lisa is his little girlfriend he found when he was on a work trip in Chicago, like a few years ago.
Is that who Lisa is? Daniel?
Yeah, that's Lisa.
Daniel, who is Lisa?
Okay, man.
Oh my God, Lisa, you can literally say what I just said verbatim, Daniel. He knows, and our marriage has not. Oh my God, I'm so angry. It has not been like the easiest, and I'm so mad. Truthfully, I was okay with him having someone else like away from me. Daniel, you don't even respect me enough to like. You would want to embarrass me in front of all of your coworkers by bringing another woman while you're still married? Like, seriously? He's only supposed to see her when he's traveling for work.
Steph, I'm sorry, okay? I messed up. She just really wanted to come, and I thought I could swing it. All right, you've been to so many in the past with me, and I don't know. I just didn't think it was a big deal.
You don't think it's a big deal to bring like your to your company party? Like, are you? Oh my God, are you serious? I'm so mad, Daniel. Are you serious?
You know, I like to pull back some layers to this relationship. So just so I understand. So, Steph, you're okay with Daniel having a side piece as long as it's out of the city?
Out of the state.
Out of the state. Out of the state. Okay. So you guys had an agreement. That was okay for you.
Yeah, he can't like fly this chick anywhere. Like,
right. No, I understand what I'm getting. I have several questions though. So you're okay with him having somebody out of state? So, and she knows you exist, right?
I have no idea what she knows. I would assume that the whore he has on the side knows that he has a wife.
Okay.
Which is why he only sees her in hotel rooms.
Which is interesting because if she knows that he's married and then he says, my wife has this agreement, right? You'd think that'd be cool enough, but they keep pushing and pushing. Now she wants, I need more. I need more.
Exactly.
Right. So now she's like making it uncomfortable to where now he's got to take her to the Christmas party, which you're right. That'd be so disrespectful.
Right. And how do
like
you
whatever you have going on with your husband is your rules, whatever, but now all of a sudden you're flaunting another woman in front of everybody.
And you're bringing everyone else into it at that point.
Right.
And what do you say to everybody at work because they know you're married and you're bringing you usually bring your wife? What do you even say to them? Who's this? Oh, it's my girlfriend from Chicago.
Right.
Daniel?
Like, how do you even say that?
It's my stocking stuffer.
Oh, my gosh.
That sounds kind of dumb, Daniel. Why would you do something so dumb?
Damn, Daniel.
I just messed up. I'm sorry. Steph, can I just make it up to you? I mean,
no. You know what? You can make it up to me. Cancel the whore's flight, and I'm going to go with you to the holiday party like I always do. And if I don't, and you choose to bring her, I swear to God, Daniel, I'm going to show up. I'm going to make the biggest scene. I mean, you have no idea. You're not going to have a job by the end. I promise you, I will embarrass you just like you were going to embarrass me.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
I promise you won't have a job.
Wow.
That's fair.
How do you get that kind of arrangement? If my wife let me have a girlfriend out of state, I'd be doing a show from via satellite almost every day.
You don't like to go anywhere.
Where are you today? Today I am in Ohio. We'll explain some other time. Where are you today? Today I'm in New York City. Today I'm in Kentucky.
He's made so many mistakes. First of all, he's spending extra time with her.
I love to travel now.
Like everyone has their relationship guidelines and their boundaries and things like that, but you obviously crossed a very lenient boundary, Daniel. You messed up big time.
No, the woman is wrong here. The
Both
mistress,
of them are wrong.
the mistress, Lisa,
Both
for
of them.
pushing and pushing. They had a good
He
deal.
booked the flight.
I mean,
He
Daniel
booked
had
the flight.
something to do with it, John Jay. Let's not let him off the hook.
Yeah, the greatest deal of all time.
No.
And Steph is so nice. Your only punishment is take me to your party.
Yeah.
Don't take the other woman. Take me instead. That's her only punishment.
And I'll consider not divorcing you.
He must make some bank at this company. All right.
Yeah, and I'll take it.
Right.
Yeah. Modern
Well, the choice
relationships,
is yours.
guys. Modern relationships. Crazy.
A little tangled.
All right, you guys. Thank you. I'm glad you guys worked this out on our radio show. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Thank you.
All right. So that's War of the Roses with John, Jay, and Rich.
Find a ways to articulate the feeling I'm going through. And maybe I would die for you.
John, Jay, and Rich, we've been talking a lot about dentists because Kyle tends to think there might be a dentist conspiracy because she was told she has a cavity and she doesn't have any pain. Sarah is a dental assistant. Now, a lot of people have been calling up saying, oh, I believe it. That's definitely what's going on. But Sarah, you have inside scoop.
I do. So one of the main things that I have a problem with in dentistry here in Arizona is that you don't have to be a dentist to own a dental practice. And so a lot of these new dentists who are coming out and working for corporate dentists, they have to maintain a certain quota per day. So that could be one reason why you're getting this information. Another thing that I like to think of is that dentistry is a lot like football. So there's two different approaches to win a game. So you may have some people that are a little bit more proactive and they're going to push for that. But obviously money is always a bottom line. So I always suggest getting a second opinion as well.
That's some inside
crazy.
scoop right there. Do you know, Kyle, is your dentist one of those corporate dentists?
No.
He's not.
No, it's an actual dentist that owns the
Like
practice.
a family dentist, like the dude's
Yeah, and that's
name
the
is
guy
on
that I trust. Like I've known him for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Except
So
now maybe
yeah,
you see that he's
I would trust
going through
I would
divorce.
trust an owner operator. Yeah.
He needs the money. He's going through divorce, and now he's
not.
like got cavities out.
he's still very happily married.
But now you
Great
need
guy.
to raise
He's
an
a really
eyebrow
great
still.
guy. I
If your
know.
questioning is if
No, but
that
the
you
thing is, if he was the one that told me, yeah, you do have a cavity, I'd be like, okay, take care of it right now.
Oh, it was the
but
other
it's
guy.
the fact that it's a new dentist that I haven't worked with before that makes me go, I don't know.
If they have an X-ray, you should ask for the X-ray, and you should see a little dark spot on the X-ray. And so there's an enamel layer and there's a dentin layer. And if it's in the enamel, some doctors will say, you know what, let's wait and watch it because you can reverse that with different types of treatments and stuff. So, you can educate yourself as well by, looking at dental X-rays and what should mine look like and, things like that too. So, you can be your own advocate for yourself too by just a little information. So
you're right.
Good stuff, Sarah. Thank you so much, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, you guys are great. Love you.
Love you too. Hey, Brian, what do you got on the dentist thing?
So I went to the dentist a couple of months ago, and they said I had 5 cavities. And they showed me the images and everything, but I didn't want to get my teeth drilled. Started brushing my teeth with iodine over the last 2 months, and the cavities are gone.
Iodine?
Wow.
How does that work?
Iodine.
But who told you the cavities were gone? The same dentist?
Well, no, I can look at them. I just looked in the mirror, and there's no... there's
Brian
no
might be
black
crazy,
marks on
everyone.
them.
I gargle with gasoline, and now I don't feel anything.
I also don't have any teeth.
But
They all dissolve.
It's pretty crazy. Apparently, I saw it on like Instagram or TikTok or something that cavities are caused by bacteria, and the iodine kills that bacteria and gives your mouth a chance to heal.
First of all,
I never knew that your teeth could heal.
I think we need a disclaimer. Hold on, we need a disclaimer that we are not professional medical people, and in Brian we're not saying go do iodine.
Right, but there is a lot online about how like people don't think cavities can heal, but they can apparently.
John Jay and Rich, here's a text. John Jay and Rich, stop allowing non-professionals to give medical advice on the radio. Some lady calling in saying her son did the research on a dairy product can reverse dental damage is plain wrong. Kiefer, see a professional. Trust a professional. Don't trust Brian.
Brian is like, I'm not here giving you advice. I'm just telling you what worked for me.
Yeah.
Iodine in your mouth sounds like a bad idea.
It does, though, Brian. It really does.
We need iodine in our bodies anyway, and hardly any foods that we eat have it anymore.
Right.
Thanks, Brian. Have a great day. Mary, you got dentist things?
Yes. Hi, this is Mary. I actually know a few people that work in the dentist's office. So I kind of wanted to explain what I was told is when you're getting ready to form a cavity, some dentist office will actually treat it as a cavity, whereas other dentist office will say it's a watch, so with proper care it won't turn into a cavity. So, like I've had people tell me, hey, the dentist wants to get a cavity filled, but don't get it done because, it's not actually a cavity. It should actually just be something to watch and make sure that you continue to brush so it doesn't turn into a cavity. So just something to keep in mind. It's not always fully cavity. It's just that they do see something that could turn into a cavity and they're...
Good point. Good point. Thank you, Mary. Good morning, John Jay and Rich. Can I help you?
So I went to, my experience was the opposite way. So I had a bunch of pain, and I went to my dentist that I've been going to for years, and they're like, oh, it's just you clenching your jaw, wear your night guard, blah, blah, blah. Then it came to, the weekend. It was, a Saturday, and I was, in excruciating pain, and I was like, this is not just from clenching my jaw. This is ridiculous. And so I went to a different dentist on the weekend, and they did a CT, and they're like, oh, my gosh, you have this huge abscess. You need surgery. And I had to have, massive surgery where they had to do, a bone graft and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, how do you miss that? So, my experience was the opposite way, where they were just like, yeah, you have nothing. When it
Don't worry about it. Go home. You're
crazy.
fine.
You're fine.
Right? It's crazy.
See, Cal, maybe you have an abscess. Look at the bright side.
She's not in pain.
I'm good now. I'm good.
Good.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. Your mouth sounds great. Whatever they took out of your mouth, you can enunciate. It's clear. It doesn't sound like there's anything growing in there.
It's the absence of an absence.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, real quick. There's a video going viral of two twins. They're 28 years old. And they never knew if they were identical or fraternal twins, right? Because usually fraternal twins, you guys know, it's two eggs that are fertilized by two sperm at the same time. Identical twins is when one egg splits in half from one sperm.
Okay.
Right? So, but sometimes fraternal twins can look alike. Sometimes fraternal twins don't look alike. So these two, they're 28 years old. They're trying to find out if they are identical twins or not.
No matter what it says, we're still twins. Yeah, it doesn't change that. Oh, God, I don't want to look. Ready? Based on testing results obtained from the DNA, listed the probability of twin monozygosity is 99.9999998. Assumed likelihood that they are identical twins is 530,260,710 to 1.
So just in case it was hard to figure out, the sisters are identical twins.
That's sweet.
It'd be funny if they find out that the guy that is their dad isn't their real dad.
What?
Just throw that in there.
They're just trying to figure out if they're twins and they find out this bombshell information.
All right, somebody big got engaged. We're going to get into it coming up next. John Jay and Rich.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you want to get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
Drunk dial your ex. Drunk dial us. Call our John, Jay, and Rich drunk dial line. 602-888-1933.
John, Jay, and Rich, we're going to get some entertainment news. Who got engaged?
Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco are going to get married. So she actually posted the picture of her engagement ring on her Instagram with like a carousel of other pictures of her and Benny. And she just captioned it, "Forever starts now." Now, supposedly her ring is 8 carats. It's a Marquise-shaped diamond. And they think it's a subtle nod to Selena Gomez's 2015 hit, Good For You, because in it, she describes herself as a Marquise diamond that could even make Tiffany jealous.
Oh, yeah.
So that must just be her absolute favorite type of diamond. So congratulations to them.
That ring was 8 carats.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't
it's
look,
huge.
But it doesn't look like that big.
It looks pretty
in
huge.
Pictures.
Really? I think it looks huge.
I feel so bad for Kadeem.
I know.
Here is an 8-carat diamond ring that doesn't look big.
Honestly,
you're going to be very disappointed.
I don't even know if I want a diamond ring when I get married. I feel like diamonds, they're very icy. They're very cold. Like I think I would
they're
like
also very pretty.
They are, but I feel like I might want a stone. Who knows?
You never know.
Okay, what's going on with Shawn Mendes?
Okay, so there's been a lot of drama surrounding Shawn Mendes' love life, especially over COVID and after COVID, and then there was supposedly some overlapping, right? And there now is this feud between Camila Cabello and Sabrina Carpenter because supposedly there was some overlapping in him seeing both of them at the same time. So he actually did an interview with John Mayer where he kind of cleared up the timeline, basically saying there was no overlapping, but maybe it was a little too close.
So I'm with someone 2 days before going to hang out with my ex, express I'm going to go hang out with my ex because I have unresolved feelings. Maybe instead of 2 days, it could have been 2 weeks.
Probably. Probably.
Yeah.
2 days is not a lot of time in between seeing Sabrina Carpenter and going and hanging out with Camila Cabello.
Right, and especially when like Camila Cabello is the blueprint. Like she's the one that's been with him for that long. So it's like she's going to be the ex he always goes back to.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you guys see anything? And I saw this, a part of it. I wish I would have clicked on it. But Jennifer Lopez stuff with P. Diddy?
Yes.
I didn't see
You
that.
did see it? I thought I saw that too.
Well,
Did you see the pictures?
Yes.
I saw the pictures.
So they're saying that the party that the accusers are accusing Jay-Z and Diddy being a part of, J-Lo was there, and the pictures are her clearly yelling at P. Diddy. Like, she's not having a good time at this party. She's going off on
How do those
something.
pictures come out?
I don't know, but I mean...
Are they for real or are they AI?
They're real, yeah.
Because 50 Cent was trolling Jay-Z with an AI video of him getting arrested.
Yeah.
It looked pretty real.
No, you can tell. So this is it's so the person that's accusing Jay-Z and Puff Daddy, Puff Daddy is saying that there was a woman in the room.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the story is right now that they were showing yesterday is that they're not necessarily saying J-Lo was the woman in the room, but this is the night of that party and she's fighting with Diddy. And you can see her hand, like she's...
Not happy.
And it is an older photo. You can tell.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can see those are the clothes that they were wearing. It's not AI.
What's so wild about that, though, it's like, as awful as all of these claims are and the things that are going on, the fact that it's been 20-something years and nobody has ever heard of this is wild to me.
I know.
Like,
Or
you've
they've
heard of the
it.
conspiracies, but the fact that it's like now all these pictures are coming to light and it's like so many people were silenced for so long.
And there can't be this many accusers without there being some truth to it.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
more than just a little smoke.
And
That's
the
this is a
fact that-
Malibu fire.
Yeah, and the
around
fact
this.
that people watched this and like said nothing and did
Did you see-
nothing.
Disturbing.
I saw a
really
picture.
disturbing.
I saw a picture yesterday, and I can't remember. It was P. Diddy was at a party hugging somebody. God, I can't remember who it was.
Yes, it was, and it had he
The
had
pill?
the pill
There's
in
a
his
little
hand.
pill in his
it was,
finger.
I want to say maybe Kate Moss or something like that.
Yeah, he's got his
Kate
arm around
Hudson,
her. They're-
maybe.
Like it's like he's literally pinching a little white pill between his
Literally,
fingers.
and he's hugging her, and it's like she's looking away. She looks like she's having the greatest time of her life,
Yeah.
but obviously, Diddy was up to some shady stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie, is their show back? The same show?
They have a new show together.
Oh.
And I don't know why, but I love the chemistry between Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. I think it's so cute. And they've collabed. They're doing, they collabed with Sonic. They have their new iconic drink together.
So good.
And if you remember when they had The Simple Life back in the day, it ended sort of abruptly, and then there was this supposed feud, like Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton hate each other, and everyone's like, what happened? What happened? So they're promoting their new show, and they asked, what happened? And Nicole Richie was like, you know what? It's like everyone's going to be so disappointed in what really happened. And Paris said,
back then, the media was just so toxic, and they loved starting feuds between people because obviously that sold tabloids. So it was mostly just the media just spinning things and creating drama that didn't even exist, which was normal during the 2000s.
It was.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Back then, the media was toxic?
I know. Well, I guess the media has always been toxic for
Worse now.
celebrities. Yeah.
Oh, man. Cardi B. Ooh, she's pissed.
She's very upset. And honestly, like, if you believe her, I would actually be very upset if this kept happening to me too. But CPS has actually been called on her and Offset a couple of times now, claiming that they abuse their kids. Now, if they are abusing their kids, hopefully CPS can figure it out and take care of it. But she vehemently denies that and says now it's gotten to the point of where she actually feels like she's getting harassed by them because she isn't doing any of that.
You keep harassing me, and there's actual kids out there that is getting abused. None of my kids have ever got touched. None of my kids ever got a little pow-pow, a little whooping, a little nothing. None of that. And you out here harassing me. My kids live like kings and queens.
Yeah.
Is that wild? But I mean, they
crazy.
have to investigate things that
Right.
people call. They have to.
It's like, how bored do you have to be to go and do something like
I
that?
know.
If that's not true. You
I know. That's pretty vicious.
Roger, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going?
Good. What's up, man? Thanks for holding.
Bro, I got to tell you, I got a problem here. I just bought my first place. Really excited about it, right? The thing is, I just found out from my neighbor that one of the former owners of the condo died there in 2010, apparently the original owner's wife. Now, hear me out. I'm wondering if the other owner sold it because I got a good deal because maybe they saw a ghost or if it's haunted or something. Because, listen, the people I bought it from only owned it for less than 2 years. And then the previous people there also owned it for less than 2 years. So I'm like, uh-oh, okay, something's going on here. I told my girlfriend this. So she's like, oh, we got to hire someone to come and do some spiritual prayers and, like, burn some sage. And I'm thinking, like, shouldn't there be a law where you have to disclose that, like, oh, yo, your house, like, maybe has a ghost in it or, like, people died in it, like a buyer beware situation?
You know, we get into this every once in a while, and I can't remember there was a law if you got murdered, if there was a murder, and then now it's not a law.
I feel like it depends on where you are. Like, I feel like the laws vary.
And what city you're in or state you're
Yeah.
in? Oh, maybe. But I think if someone died in it, they don't have to tell you. Because I remember my mom died in a condo and sold it. We should probably talk to you in 2 years and see if you're still around.
Right. Jeez.
That's actually kind of trippy. Yeah, you should totally look it up or, like, try to find the owners before and ask them. Like, talk to your realtor and be like, can you get me in contact with them and see what really went down in that house?
They're not going to say. People are embarrassed. Like, if you ask someone if they have roaches, they always say no. And you go and there's always roaches. So
You know,
like,
it's too
maybe
bad.
it's a ghost.
You can't contact not the people who just owned it, but the people who owned it before them, because they would probably tell you the truth.
For real.
Because they've been gone for 4 years now.
I bet you can do that on Zillow, find out who owned it. By the way, speaking of roaches, I was with my son last week in Hawaii, right? So I went to his apartment, and he lives downstairs, and he's got 3 roommates who live upstairs. He's got the whole downstairs to himself. And I walk in, he goes, oh, don't worry about the dead bugs, the cockroaches. And I go, cockroaches? I thought that was an issue your mom handled. And he goes, yeah, but what I do now He goes, I just kill them, and then when I got enough dead ones, then I scoop them up.
Ew.
So like there's dead roaches all over his house. He waits till he gets like 30 of them.
That's
But
so
the first
gross.
ones, they just hang there.
Isn't that gross?
What? That is like such a college dude thing.
I know. And I look around, there's like 17 dead roaches, and he's waiting to get like 30, and he scoops them up. So he just walks around them.
That's like the 17 diaper lady on TikTok. Have you seen this girl?
No.
Her name's Nurse Hannah, and she's on TikTok, and she went viral because she basically, she's a mom, she's a nurse, and she recorded herself at the end of the day picking up all 17 diapers that she leaves littered around her house, on the coffee tables, on the counters, all over the floor.
Oh, at the end of the day,
At
that's
the end
what
of the day,
does.
she goes and she counts 17 dirty diapers hanging around her house.
One
That would be
kid?
so stinky.
I don't know
kids?
how many kids, but Nurse Hannah's getting dragged right now.
Yeah, that's gross.
Well, Kemp should get dragged because
Yeah.
we need to get him an exterminate. And then I go to the game, right, and they thank their sponsors at the game over the PA. We want to thank Sir Bug-A-Lot for coming. That their team has a bug sponsor.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
Sir Bug-A-Lot sounds kind of awesome.
Roger, thanks for calling in, man. Thanks for listening. Good luck. Let us know how it goes. If you first sign of a ghost, give us a call.
Yeah, I'll call Ghostbusters first, then you guys.
Good call. Later, brother. It's John, Jay, and Rich.
Why you always in the mood? Messing around like I'm brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view, yeah.
John, Jay, and Rich, I was just answering phones in here, and I go, good morning, John, Jay, and Rich. And she goes, hey, it's Tracy. Well, hey, Tracy. So she had information about the haunted house, I think, right? Is that the house that the guy said was haunted? Tracy?
Yes.
What do you got?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, you're on the air.
Okay, so there's all kinds of things about disclosures. Disclosures are very, very specific. So you do not have to tell somebody that someone died in the house. However, if they ask you, you're not allowed to lie about it. There's certain things that you are allowed to say. And, for example, some houses are known to be haunted, and so they do disclose that because that's a selling point, right? But they will not tell you, oh, by the way, someone died here, because that's against the health regulations. What if they died of AIDS? They're not allowed to tell you that. So disclosures say, if you ask, they must tell you, but if you don't ask, they don't have to.
Are you saying that some people like to buy a house that's haunted, and that's a selling thing where it's like, there are ghosts in this house,
yeah,
and people are
I believe
like,
that.
let's buy that
Dude,
one.
there's people that marry murderers in prison.
Yeah, that's true.
There's crazy people
Okay.
out there.
But y'all are out of your damn minds.
Okay, so
I wouldn't personally buy a house with that kind of karma.
let me, just so wait, you said
Yeah.
you don't have to disclose it, but if they ask, you have to tell them, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, is that just if somebody died or a murder or both?
Both. But, this is the thing. The Internet's a fabulous place. So you can go online, Google the address, and you can find out what happened in that house. Or, you've just come there during the weekend and you talk to the neighbors, because the neighbors are the perfect people to tell you what is and isn't going on with that home.
That's true.
So, they'll say, oh, yeah, you know what? Joe Smith died there 5 years ago. And since then, I haven't been able to find anybody to, really love the place like he did.
Are you a real estate agent?
So I am.
Okay.
If I were you, if I were a real estate agent and I was, doing the Instagram on the house, I would say the spacious open floor plan was the perfect place for a triple homicide 2 years ago. I would just combine it all.
She would really lean
Put it all out there.
Really lean into it.
But John Jay, I just wanted to tell you one other thing. You asked me if I was a real estate agent, and actually I'm not. I'm a realtor, which is different. So what happens is, and this is a lot of what people don't know, a realtor actually is a person who has to abide by the Code of Ethics by the National Association of Realtors. A real estate agent does not. They do not belong to the NAR, which means that they can go ahead and do some pretty shady stuff, and they cannot be taken to court over it. A realtor can, and so a lot of people don't know the difference, and that is why realtors right now are getting such a bad name, is because there's a lot going on with real estate agents, and they are giving us a bad name. That's the
I
bad
had no idea.
Learn something new every day.
I still don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, well,
You weren't following?
The thing is, the National Association of Realtors put these rules in place, the Code of Ethics, to protect the customer and the client, right, and the public against
people giving them shady deals. And you remember in 1912 or 13 when it was first put in place,
of course,
people were doing things like giving them, diamond necklaces as a deposit, right? So, of course, we don't do that anymore. But still, these shady things were not meant to happen.
Well, thank you, Tracy.
Yeah, anyway, so that's the deal.
Okay. Have a great day, my little realtor.
Thank you, too.
Right, bye.
She's a real one.
If she was on TV, a real reality star?
Uh-huh.
Realty star? Real... All right, now we're playing a game. Kurt, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
You playing for Zoo Lights or Shakira tickets?
I'm playing for Shakira.
Okay. What game we playing, Rich?
Welcome to the Ho Ho Holiday Challenge. I ask you questions about everybody's favorite holiday. That's Christmas, by the way. You get the answer right, you get a point. John Jay, we start with you. Where in the movie Home Alone were Kevin's family heading off to when he was left home alone?
Oh, God. New York? No. They live in Chicago, and they went to Paris?
Paris is correct.
Yeah.
Puts John Jay on the board with
Christmas
one.
with all of those kids.
I know. I
Who
love
can
the
afford
meme that's
that?
like, now that I'm a little older, I wonder what Kevin's dad did to live in this house and be taking 8 people to Paris.
It's truth. Kyle, your turn. You know the song Silent Night, of course.
Sure.
What words come directly after Silent Night?
Holy Night.
Silent Night, Holy Night is correct. You are on the board. Nice job. Big fan of The Grinch, are you, Peyton?
The Grinch, yes.
Watched it a few times.
Love it every year.
Name the Grinch's dog.
Come on, Max!
Max is correct. Everybody on the board. See how we play over here, Kurt?
All right, I'm getting it.
What is Santa Claus's official real name if you were to look at his ID from the North Pole?
That would be Christopher Kringle.
I will take Chris Kringle. Everybody's on the board. Tie game round 2. John Jay. In what song can you find everyone dancing around merrily in the new old-fashioned way? It's a Christmas song. There's your hint.
Oh, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree?
That is correct. Boy, you're so unconfident about your answers today.
I am.
And you're right.
If
All right.
Kyle wasn't dancing, which really didn't, it helped, but for some reason it didn't because you said dancing.
Kyle, in the movie Elf, you are familiar with the Code of Elves, of course, right?
Yes.
What is the first code?
I believe it is treat every day like Christmas.
You believe correct. You get a point. Yes. Well, you guys are good at Christmas. Peyton, what NBA player has appeared in the most Christmas Day games in NBA league history?
It's tough. LeBron James.
LeBron James is not so tough because you were right.
Okay. I'm like, he's just been in the league for so long. I just took my chances.
It's a good guess.
Hey, Kurt, when you find yourself underneath the mistletoe, what should you do? That is tradition.
You should get a kiss or give a kiss.
Everybody's right. Everybody wins. Everybody gets a Christmas prize.
That's it? That's game?
That's a game.
I feel like this is the perfect time to listen to Justin Bieber, Mistletoe.
I know.
I've been pitching that song for weeks.
Kurt, we'll set you up with those security tickets. Hold on the line, okay? Thanks for playing.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Hey, I discovered a new TV show yesterday. I feel like I might have talked about it. It was like on my watch list, but I watched the first episode, and it's really, really good.
What is it?
It is on Peacock. It is called Day of the Jackal.
Oh, I've heard about that. Good, like, stop down.
What's it about?
And it's a true story, too. It's an assassin. He's a real assassin. And he takes out, the way he kills people is, the thought process of how he kills people is gnarly. I mean, it's so smart. Like, the first couple minutes, he has a disguise and he goes into like a TV station and he shoots a certain person in the leg. Doesn't kill him, but he kills a couple other people because they get in the way. And then that person with their hurt leg has to go to the hospital. And then he's actually trying to kill the guy that's going to visit him in the hospital. That's the plan.
Whoa.
But he has an apartment rented already like weeks in advance across from the hospital.
Crazy.
So the guy
Seems
gets out
like
of the
he
car.
takes a lot of extra steps. He could have just walked into wherever the guy that was visiting the guy in the hospital's
That's not good
workplace
TV,
and
though.
shot him.
Yeah, but then he's a politician in Germany, so he has all security around him at all times. So he had to get him getting out of the car, going to the hospital. And the way he gets him when he gets shot in the beginning, this is all in the first 5 minutes, I'm not ruining anything. The way he gets him and kills him is pretty freaking fascinating. And then you find out, he's an assassin. He gets paid $10 million and how he meets the people and gets the jobs and stuff.
And that's based on a true story?
It's a true story from what I heard, which freaks me out to know. I always thought assassins, that's funny. It's a fun thing. I didn't think it was real.
It's for the movies.
Make me want to be one now. He has a suitcase.
Oh my gosh.
He has a suitcase that is the gun. He takes apart the suitcase, and it's the gun.
That
you know what
sounds cool, but there's no way, John Jay, you could be an assassin because everybody would hear you walking in the room.
I know.
Well, and I'm like, you wouldn't be able to carry that weight of being an assassin. I think it would eat you alive.
Short
You'd feel
distances.
so
I
bad.
thought you meant it. I thought I could
And then
carry the
you'd be
weight of
like,
the suitcase and a gun.
Short distance.
Short distance assassin.
You'd be like, I was going to kill this guy, but I got up a little, later than I was supposed
I'd be
to.
more like a friendly assassin. Just want to let you know that I was set up over here and I was going to kill you, but I don't
It's
like
your
to kill
friend
people.
Julie. It's your friend Julie. They had your sense name.
Yeah, you're not going to believe it. It's Day of the Jackal. And what's cool about the first episode is the guy that hires him to do this crazy guy or girl that hires him to do this crazy kill turns on him in the end. At the end of the first episode. So now I'm thinking he's going to get revenge on the person. Meanwhile, there's MI6 trying to track him down. It's really good, man.
Is it like a one and done? Or
No,
is it
one and done season?
Like
I'm only one
season.
episode in.
Oh.
This is all one episode, and it's like riveting. Yeah, so I highly recommend it. It's on Peacock. Are you watching anything new? Oh, you're watching,
The Ultimatum.
yeah, Jenna was telling me that's filmed here?
It is?
Yeah. She's trying to find the apartment complex that it's in.
I thought it was in L.A.
What?
She said it's here.
I think it's in
So
L.A.
how is The Ultimatum?
I actually am always sucked in by these shows. The fact that it's Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey that are hosting it, and they host like the blind one as well. I'm a big fan of theirs, and you just do get sucked into all these characters who are walk in as couples, and they break up and they start dating other people.
Isn't that crazy? Have you not ever seen The Ultimatum?
No, I have, but it's like
okay.
I'm sucked in per the usual.
I know they dropped in. I like The Ultimatum, and every time I watch it, I ask Kadeem, I'm like, would you want to go on a show like this? Because it's like we're in that position where it's like we're either getting married or we're not, and we need to move on with our lives, right?
And people regret it. There are a couple of people who regret it.
If we did it, we would be one of those couples in the very beginning that'd be like, I want out. I can't do this because if
There
I
was
saw
two
him,
couples that ended up leaving in the middle of the night, like didn't tell producers.
I would
all
totally
stuff.
do that. Like I could not watch my boyfriend date another woman in front of me. I would
Here's
go crazy.
the text Jenna sent. She goes, The Ultimatum. I personally never watched The Ultimatum unless it's with my roommate. She got me hooked a bit on this season only because it's filmed here in Phoenix. I figured out what apartments they stay in Phoenix, stalker mode. Also, everyone on the show is dumb and frustrating except for Caleb. That's what she said about this season.
It looks like it's filmed in Austin, Texas, though,
Well.
is what the Goog says. But Jenna might be right.
Melissa, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
What's
I got
going
a Christmas trivia question for you guys.
Okay.
The Home Alone house just got recently renovated. How much is it on sale for?
$5 million.
All right.
$3 million.
Oh, and whoever gets it right gets to give me Zoo Light tickets.
That's okay. My guess is
3.7.
What's the number?
5.2 million.
Ooh.
Wow,
you were close there,
All
John
right.
Jay.
Hold on. Can you give her Zulay tickets? Yeah. All right. Done deal. They're yours, Melissa. Hold on the line. Kyle, let's go to 3 things you need to know.
I'll tell you the company combining donuts and booze this holiday season. Next with John Jay and Rich.
Coffee in hand, earbuds on John Jay and Rich.
You're up.
Time for 3 things we need to know, Kyle.
Yesterday, I was logging into Instagram and this weird thing popped up that was like, hey, if you follow people, you'll see stories here. And I'm like, I follow a lot of people. How come I'm not seeing my regular stories and feed? Turns out I wasn't the only one. More than 150,000 people reported Meta's, all their Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook apps were down. And so you weren't alone if you experienced what I experienced. They're like, listen, we got technical issues. We're aware of it, that it's impacting some people, working to get things back to normal as quickly as possible. We just apologize for the inconvenience, and that's it. You don't get any other information. It wasn't that maybe it got hacked. It wasn't that you don't get anything else other than we know it's a problem. We're fixing it. That's it. The NFL says we're not picking between Drake and Kendrick Lamar because yesterday Drake and the NFL kind of announced that they're teaming up. I don't know if you saw the Instagram post featuring both logos, the OVO brand's logo and the NFL logo, and then a date, 12/13/24, popped up. Well, now we have confirmation that it is a merch collaboration that they're doing, a collection debuting tomorrow.
Sign me up. I would love that. I want to see exactly what it looks like.
I know. And then it's kind of funny because, like, did the NFL feel like they had to do something with Drake because Kendrick Lamar is doing the halftime show?
I feel the other way around. Drake was like, I've got to get in on this before the Super Bowl.
Could be, definitely. Yeah. And then is this just another saga in the Drake-Kendrick beef?
Right.
Like,
there's probably someone who works for the NFL that is a part of that marketing merch team and is like, I'm Team Drake. We got to figure out a way to get him in here.
Yeah, totally. So I guess you're going to benefit with some cool OVO NFL gear when it drops tomorrow. Dunkin' and Harpoon Brewery are back with another boozy coffee combo just in time for the holidays. The peppermint mocha iced latte they released apparently tastes like a spiced chocolate confection topped with a candy cane. Packs a decent punch, 6% ABV.
That could be kind of awesome.
It's pretty strong, right? They're non-dairy drinks, and they are available in 4-pack cases, just in case you're interested. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.